Hello viewers, you are watching OBN Horn of Africa, the weekly program Talk to OBN. Today, we are joined by Mr. Masfin Namarra, a veteran in the financial and business sector, and we'll be talking about different financial aspects and economic performances of our country. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Masfin Namarra.
Yeah.
First, let me give you the opportunity to introduce yourself and your professional experiences.
Thank you for having me. My name is Masfin Namarra. I did my first degree in economics in Addis Ababa University way back, and thereafter a master's degree in banking and finance in North Wales, Bangor, in the UK. I've worked in National Bank of Ethiopia about 18 years. That was like two and a half decades ago. Then I had to leave banking and start my own consultancy businesses. Meanwhile, I've also joined the Ethiopian Parliament and served for one term from 2005 to 2010. I'm currently working as it's an UNICEF employment. They call us technical assistants, and I'm assisting Ministry of Finance, Fiscal Policy Directorate. But today I'm here not in that capacity, after all.
Of course.
As an individual and a former banker who follows up banking and finance developments in Ethiopia. I'm here by myself. This has nothing to do with my job with UNICEF and Ministry of Finance.
Okay, thank you very much. With that in mind, how would you explain the current financial ecosystem of our country? And together with that, how do you see the recent decision by the Council of Ministers to open up the financial sector to foreign financial institutions?
Well, I think it's sort of long overdue. Some of us have been advocating for opening up earlier on, but the Central Bank, National Bank of Ethiopia, was claiming that it did not have the capacity to supervise the incoming foreign banks. I'm not sure whether it has now created the capacity to supervise them, but the move is good. I mean, I think it's a plus for the economy because they come with technology, they come with knowledge, they come with capital, they come, and you know, because the door was sealed to them, some of our banks, be it government or private banks, were collecting some undue rent, you know, when it comes to LC margins, even lending spread. They pay you 7% on your deposit and charge up to 18, 20, 22, 24 even. This is like usury, you know, and the spread, the rate between the lending rate and the deposit rate is very high. It's about 11-ish, 12-ish. The East African average is around 6%. The LC margin is also too high. Now, when competition comes, I think you know how Tele has been very nice to us recently because Safaricom is coming, and I think it's a plus. Their joining is a plus, but there are supervisory issues which should be taken care of, I think.
Yeah, we'll come back to that point, the issue of capacity and the issue of supervisory capacities of our institutions, domestic institutions, on latter questions. But in general, is opening up the financial sector a blessing or a curse?
This is a very strong question, my friend. I wouldn't call it. I would call it neither a blessing nor a curse, but it's. You could say it's a necessary evil in some ways, but the time has simply come when we can no more close our doors to the international banks. Look, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia has got branch in Juba, Khartoum, and Djibouti, I think.
Yeah.
A few years ago, when I joined CBE shortly, we were even planning to go to the Middle East, America, South Africa as well. There's no reason why you can't go. While you want to branch out into the world yourself, you will have to reciprocate. You cannot close your doors, and
Of course.
there are also, WTO joining issues and the like. And I think the decision is good.
Yeah, but in most cases, experience shows that these foreign banks, foreign financial institutions, are almost synonymous with troubles. That means financial troubles. They are almost, every financial institution is driven by profit, right? Its main purpose is to gain profit from its operations. So when they enter a market, they try to maximize their profits, their benefits. So past experience shows in the Latin American and Asian economies, there were some issues related with their opening up of the financial and banking sectors and the resulting economic problems. So are we safe from that?
The thing is, it's not a big blessing by itself opening up. By the way, you are not going to, I don't know, we'll know the details when how
it comes,
the opening up is going to be. I think we better talk at that time, because the central bank is yet to come up with, I'm sure they must have prepared it, but the criteria and the modality of their entering. Is it going to be in collaboration with domestic banks, or is it an open entry, sole entry? I mean, we better talk about that when it comes. But overall, during the current extremely troubling forex crunch, where our exports are only about $4 billion and our imports has reached 18 billion, I see merit in their coming, because they come with capital, they come with forex, they come with know-how, they come with efficiency. Probably the 30, 40 men and women branch now operating in Ethiopia, they could do that with 2 or 3 experts in technology. I'm not saying that this is a blessing, by the way, but let us cross that bridge when we reach it.
Okay, of course. So what would be the opportunities and challenge for our country, Ethiopia, when those financial institutions join the market?
By the way, let me explain what I think. It's not like all big international banks are going to march in, running. I don't think so, because one, our image internationally, our image today is not very rosy. 2, they could find the market to be too small. What I think is going to happen is, by the way, foreign banks are already here. I know 6, 7 banks which have already opened license offices, facilitation offices in Addis Ababa, and are doing small banking things like LC follow-up, credit follow-up, Commerce Bank is here, Standard Chartered Bank of South Africa is here, a Turkish bank, Indian banks, Chinese bank, and Egyptian banks are here. Yeah. I mean, they have employed 1 or 2 persons, and I think it was like a study exercise, and because of our big trade relationship with countries like China and India and Turkey, Chinese, Turkish, and Indian banks would be the ones which are already here are going to be the first and second applicants, I think. So it's not like, I could be wrong, but it's not like big international, big league banks would be coming soon. So I think there are opportunities. There could be challenges. Our existing banks can no more continue to reap the oligopoly profits they are currently amassing, because competition would lead to reduction in service charges. Our LDC margin is one of the highest in the world. I don't think this can continue. By and large, the consumer always benefits when there is competition.
But the banks might lose a big deal from this situation, the domestic banks. Can't they compete?
Well, they have to be able to compete, or if you can't win them, you have to cooperate with them. I mean, they will have to merge, or I don't think Ethiopian banks like the merging issue, because everybody wants
his own share
to be a president, to be board members, but even the central bank is warning them. I mean, get ready to compete. You will have to swing together or sink together, and we can expect some mergers in the near future.
That makes them stronger and makes them compete.
That's what I think.
Even better.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So, as an expert on the field, I want you to give your opinion on what should be the policy frameworks and regulatory mechanisms of controlling the operations of these foreign financial institutions when they enter our financial market.
For now, I would leave it by expressing my worries, because in order to supervise entities, you will have to have more knowledge than now.
That's okay. So let's talk about what the expectations of the already existing domestic banks should be when foreign financial institutions join the Ethiopian market.
Earlier on, what I know is they've been lobbying the government to keep the door sealed. Right? But after the government decided to open up now, I hear some big bank bosses saying it's okay, we are ready. Right? We'll see when it happens. So one thing I may feel free to guess is the Addis Ababa market is going to be hit hard by the foreign bankers first, the foreign trade part, which is very big mainstay for our banks. Which it could be a blessing in disguise, because some of these banks, which concentrate in Addis Ababa alone, financing all these concrete jungles, might start doing what they should have done in the first place. I mean, rather than collecting savings from my Nejo, and bringing it and lending it here for nightclubs and whiskey and perfume importers here, maybe they will have to, they will have to strengthen their operation in the rural areas, become good agricultural bankers, because I think the foreign trade part is going to be taken away from them in the short to medium term. I wish I could be proved wrong, but time will show this.
Very good. My last question would be, in most cases, this liberalization and opening up of banking sector is related with improved opportunities for employment and bringing in know-hows and technologies for lesser developed countries. So in that respect, what should we expect?
Employment-wise, I don't think we can expect much. It's not going to be labor-intensive banking as it used to be in this country. 30, 40 people, most of them under-engaged, underemployed in one branch. That cannot continue. I don't see, for the elite good professionals, it's going to be good opportunities, but I don't think the foreign banks will come and hiring thousands of people like the domestic banks have been doing. So employment-wise, direct banking job opportunity-wise, we should not expect much. But when they come in, foreign direct investment also comes with them. all this is going to depend on peace and stability in this country. Let us underline that. Yeah. Because it's not because when foreign banks come, they come with not only direct cash of themselves, but their countries' investors would be, their shareholders could be interested to come and invest here. Yeah. By foreign direct investment (FDI), I think we are going to see good things. I would also think the forex crunch now, the acute foreign exchange problem now, could ease somehow. I'm not saying it's going to be solved, but it could be eased, I think.
By their involvement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest, let's keep our fingers crossed and wait.
Wait and see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mr. Masfin Namarra, thank you for coming to our studio and sharing your views. Dear viewers, that was today's program. Thank you for watching.